Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Home Selling Tips, you'll learn about how to sell a house with 7 tips to attract a home buyer. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, let's take a look at how to sell a home and attract home buyers in record time and getting you the best price possible with the best terms possible so you can move from house A to your dream house, which is going to be your next house, and house B. Okay, so the first thing that we want to take a look at is actually like home staging, right? So if we're going to attract a home buyer, we got to think about like whenever you met your significant other, or if you don't have a significant other, maybe you have your eye on somebody. What's attracting you to them? They have really good staging in the form of clothes and appearance, and everything looks right. So essentially, when we get ready to sell our house, we're going to be playing Match.com. So let's go ahead and forward that analogy into staging your home, making your home beautiful, making your home look right, making your home as attractive as possible to a home buyer. One of the analogies I like to make all the time is that essentially you're asking a buyer to marry a 15 or 30 year mortgage on your home. So shouldn't we put it in its best light possible? With home staging, you can do that. Now, traditional home staging is certainly an option if you have the budget to do it. Traditional home staging is pretty expensive. Generally, you're looking at $300 to $600 for an initial consultation and about $300 to $600 per room thereafter on a monthly basis for home staging. So even something like a 2,000 square foot home could cost you over $7,000 if it's on the market for 2 to 3 months, right? So that's pretty expensive. Fortunately, in today's tech era, as we all know, the things are always changing and always improving, ideally. And there's things called virtual staging. And with virtual staging, you can actually minimize the cost of staging your home. Now, it won't be, obviously with virtual staging, you're not actually putting the furniture into the house or the pictures on the wall and such, but you're giving a great representation and concept of what your home looks like with professional staging, or what somebody that wants to buy your house can do to it. So there's a site called PadStyler.com. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen right now. What I like about PadStyler.com is that it doesn't cost you a fortune to go ahead and stage your home. You're going to be able to do pictures of your home, professional pictures of your home now, and then take those professional pictures, put them on the PadStyler.com, and they can virtually stage your house, and you can use those for your marketing efforts. Whenever a buyer sees that, they're going to be more enticed to come to your house, check it out, and whenever they see your house vacant or they see different furniture in it, they're just going to remember those pictures of what they could do to the house to make it their own, because you've already given them a rendering. You've already given them an example of what you can do. Now, there's a referral code down below that you can save 10% off of that. Full disclaimer, if you use that service, when you use that service, I'll get a small commission back. That'll help me to continue making even better videos about this topic and other topics on my channel. Thank you for your support, by the way. So tip number 2 is actually boosting your curb appeal. Goes back to playing Match.com. We got to boost that curb appeal. We got to gussy up your house. We got to make sure all the weeds are pulled, the grass is green, the trees are trimmed, the shrubs are trimmed, and everything looks right. It should come as no surprise that when somebody drives up to the front of your home and they take a look at it, they're visualizing what it's going to feel like at the end of a stressful workday, coming home, and can your house provide them with the peace of mind and comfort when they drive up? Their stress level goes down, and they know they're now entering their own kingdom, and they're ready to be there. For as little as $3,200 to $3,300, you can actually spruce up all of your landscaping. That's assuming you might need some new plants too. So it might cost a lot less than that. You could consider installing like a stone walkway or planters, shrubs, trees. You know, you add it all up, it's not that much because you're going to get your return out of it. Check out the video I did about the top 15 home renovations that actually add value on that. Okay, so the third way is forget about, mail. Like, we're talking about mail, like the stuff we put into a mailbox. If we're thinking that we're going to sell your home with like a mailbox marketing, that's just not going to happen. I mean, the statistics are out. It's not that favorable that that's actually going to work. What you need is a strong marketing action plan. And that strong marketing action plan need to be considering the methods and ways that people are today searching for homes. Obviously, a lot of people turn online. In fact, National Association of Realtors conclude in many studies over the past several years that the percentages are actually increasing for the amount of both home buyers and home sellers that begin their search online. So if we're going to take stock of that, we need to be looking at social media presence. We need to look at blogging. We need to look at professional listing photography. We're going to need to look at exposing your home with maybe like geo-targeted ads. There's a lot of different things that we can do to assist you with your marketing plan of action, including a broker open, including open houses as needed, and including just picking up the phone and calling people, right? So there's a lot of different things you can do. So then the fourth way is actually to brighten up your living space. In brightening up your living space, what you want to factor the most is actually taking and going through your home, decluttering your house of all clutter, right? You say, well, what's clutter, Andrew? Well, if you're in the kitchen and you have too much stuff on those counters and you know there's a lot more counter space than there really is, but you can't see past it because you got a coffee machine out, because you have cooking utensils out, because you got bread over here and something else over there, declutter it. Put it into a pantry, put it into a cabinet, put it somewhere other than on the counter so that it looks better. That'd be an example, a really easy example that everyone can get pretty quick of what decluttering is, and you want to go around the entire house and do that, including in your bathrooms and stuff where it's another guilty culprit of all of our soaps and cologne, perfume, whatever people use are out on the counter space or in that bathroom. We want to showcase the space. Use the drawers for what they're for. Put the stuff in there. Put it underneath the cabinet. Take care of that decluttering. The other thing you want to take a look at is depersonalizing. When you depersonalize, then you're able to go ahead and allow a buyer to come into your home and see themselves there and imagine putting their own family portraits up. Imagine and celebrating the holidays in a certain area of the room, which kid is getting what room if they have kids, right? Or if they're future planning for kids, or if maybe they're just wanting an office space. They can conceptualize and dream of what's going on if it's decluttered and depersonalized by starting to internalize what it would be to live in your home. If you have a buyer that's looking at your house and they're beginning to internalize what it would feel like to live there, you're on the right track to getting a very strong offer and getting on the right track to getting your home sold. The other thing you want to do is keep all your windows open during showings if at all possible. If it's a beautiful, gorgeous day outside, open the windows, pull back the blinds, open the shutters, whatever you have, so people can let all that natural light in and see your house for what it really is. Doing so makes your house feel warm, it feels charming, it feels great, and it feels more attractive to a prospective home buyer. So the fifth way that you can attract home buyers is actually promoting energy efficient upgrades. Do you have, if you have a pool, for instance, do you have a solar water heater? Do you have solar panels? Do you have LED bulbs throughout the house? What makes your house energy efficient? Energy Star appliances, perhaps. Tell us about what makes your home energy efficient. Do you have extra insulation in the attic? Programmable thermostats. There's so many different things that could fall underneath the vantage point of promoting energy efficient upgrades. The reason this becomes important is that you have a buyer that's going to be buying your home. They have a down payment. Obviously, you have a mortgage now. They're going to have one too. And they're going to want to know what it costs. Now, you can actually help out your buyers if you pull out your last 12 months of utility bills for a rolling average so they can get an idea of what it costs to own your house. If you do that and you watch the video that I made about homeowner journals and presenting that to prospective buyers, that's another marketing tip, and that will also help. And it actually includes energy efficient upgrades within the homeowner journal itself. Something to think about, something to consider. The sixth way that you could do this is actually building buzz in advance. Now, when we're building buzz, it's one of the funnest things, actually. I love doing this for the clients that I represent and sell their house. It's just a lot of fun is what it is. So what happens is, look, if you were here in Las Vegas right now, or maybe you are in Las Vegas and you contacted me to set up a listing appointment, and we got together. Look, we're going to talk business, right? We're going to talk about what the home's going to sell for. We're going to sign our listing disclosures and listing agreement, and then once we do that, we're going to go through your home and we're going to talk about decluttering, depersonalizing, and getting the home ready. Do any repaint touch-ups that are necessary. Come up with a list. Come up with a time frame that it's going to take to realistically achieve that. In many cases, normally it's like somewhere between 1 and 3 weeks, depending on how much work the seller needs to do to get their home staged and into the right condition to get the best price possible for selling their home. Even in the seller's market, you might be wondering yourself right now, well, Andrew, what if it's a seller's market? Well, it may come as a surprise to you, about a third of all homes will still drop out of escrow or come off the market without selling, even in a strong seller's market. Why is that? You can't just put up a house on the market and hope and pray that it's going to sell. You can't toss up a Hail Mary, so to speak, and go ahead and think that house is going to sell. It's just not the case. You still got to mind the fundamentals, and you still got to be ready to put your home into its best light possible, whether it's a seller's market, buyer's market, or stabilized market. Something to be very honest with yourself about, and despite what market conditions are, you've always got to do your JOB, always got to do your job as a seller and work with your trusted real estate advisor to set yourself up for success. But going back to to why that pre-phase is so exciting to me. You know, if we have 1 week to 3 weeks, right? The moment you sign that listing agreement, we got ourselves a listing, right? So what can I begin doing legally at that point? I can begin marketing behind the scenes, contacting the agents that I know they're gonna have buyers, more than likely going to have buyers for your type of home. I can begin those conversations. As we get the professional photography done prior to going on the market, I can send in those professional photography and I can start generating the buzz amongst agents, whether I'm trying to drive in a broker open or whether I'm simply trying to see who has an offer that's ready to offer your price right out of the gate, just to see if we can get you the best terms and deal possible really quick, just like that. So the other thing that's really exciting is whenever we have that time there in between getting the home ready and going on the market, it gives us the opportunity to go ahead and get those blog pieces ready, get that marketing stuff ready, come up with a marketing plan of action and initiate it so that on average we can sell homes in less than 2 to 3 weeks. So, I mean, that's really exciting stuff. So it kind of just excites me because it works so well for the sellers. The sellers are just amazed. They're happy. It helps them move on with what they need to do. And that's just a wonderful, wonderful feeling inside when you see someone's face and they're just like, oh, that was awesome. That made it so much easier than I could have ever thought it would have been. And we're so happy. And it just, as a trusted real estate advisor, it just warms my heart and puts a smile on my face whenever, you know, I see somebody else happy because they were able to achieve that goal. So then the 7th one, well, guess what? Attracting a buyer is still going to come around to what we've been talking about, kind of ties into all these other 6 points. You need to have the right trusted real estate advisor working for you, one that's going to communicate openly, honestly with you and have a preset schedule of when you're going to follow up. Now, generally, it should be a minimum of once a week. On the Andrew Finney team, me personally as well, as Andrew Finney, right? Whenever I work with people to sell their home or buy their home, I mean, I'll always share with you, we're going to communicate at least once a week. And I say at least because normally it's much more often. You know, we have a game plan. We've identified the course of action. I'm looking for, you know, how do you like to be communicated with? You know, we all have jobs. We all got things to do. Some people prefer text communication with maybe a phone call on the weekend or something. So whatever is best, that's what I'm going to do. Work with the right trusted real estate advisor. I've made videos about how to pick a real estate agent. Go ahead and take a look at that and see if find a trusted real estate advisor using those tips. And of course, I'm always here to help. So anyways, this has been a video about how to sell a house with 7 ways to attract a home buyer. Now, tell me what you're thinking about this in the comment section below. Which one of these 7 points really stuck out to you? Was it number 1 that you could actually use virtual staging sites like PadStyler.com to assist you with staging your home on the low? I mean, like generally less than $100 a room. So, or was it maybe the importance of having point 3, for example, the importance of having a strong marketing action plan? Or was it number 6 about how to generate a lot of excitement and buzz about your home getting ready to go on the market before it ever does? Tell me what you're thinking in the comment section below. Now, I'm going to pop up my contact information. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, I'd love to hear from you. I'm always here to help. Now, if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching today, team. And between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. See you soon.